Hello friends, so here in this small video clips we will understand the difference between the three cycles, that is vapor power cycle is one, and gas power cycle, refrigeration and air conditional system cycles. So in the interview or in any technical exams, they may ask you some difference between these three cycles, what are the common factors and what are the difference between these three different cycles. So if you understand this simple sketch and simple table, you will be able to understand the difference between these three cycles. So vapor power cycle is also called steam power plant or thermal power plant cycles. So all steam power plant, vapor power cycle or thermal power plants works on the principle of Rankine cycle. Gas power cycle works on the principle of Brayton cycle, and refrigeration and air conditioning system cycles works on principle of Bell-Coleman cycle. Okay, so Rankine cycle or vapor power cycle, it is a direct heat engine cycle. Okay, and gas power cycles is also direct heat engine cycle. Refrigeration and air conditioning system cycles, it is indirect heat engine cycle. Indirect heat engine. Now come to the third point. In the third point, the vapor power cycle, here the working fluid, the condition or the phase of the working fluid will change from liquid to vapor, vapor to liquid. Here what you will write here, it is phase of working fluid changes. Understood? So from liquid to vapor in some components, again in some components vapor to liquid. Okay, depends upon the type of the process. And here in the second gas power cycles, the phase of the working fluid will remain same, because here which is the working fluid here? It is gas or air or gas is a working fluid here, and here the phase of working fluid remains same, does not change. Very important point you need to remember. Okay, and in refrigeration also, there are two types of refrigerations are there. Understood? There are two types. One is air refrigeration cycles, another one is vapor refrigeration cycles. So in the air refrigeration cycle, again the working fluid condition phase remains same. In the vapor refrigeration cycle, there will be change of phase of the working fluid, or it is called refrigerant. Okay, here phase does not change in air refrigeration cycles. But phase or condition of phase of working fluid changes in vapor refrigeration systems or cycles. Vapor refrigeration cycles. This is the third point. And the fourth point is the components. So what are the different components we will use in vapor power cycle and gas power cycles and refrigeration cycles? So here first, in the vapor power cycles we need pump. This is the pump. Okay, pump I will write P. So pump will supply water from the reservoir to the boiler, that is B. So boiler generates steam, that is superheated steam, will be sent to the turbine, that is T, steam turbine. This steam turbine is coupled to the generator. Here you will get mechanical work, that is WT, work done by the turbine. And some remaining steam will be supplied to the condenser C. Their heat is rejected to the atmosphere, and the water will be supplied to the pump. So this is a Rankine cycle. Okay, so boiler to turbine, turbine to the condenser and pump. and the net work done during this cycle. You can ask a question, sir, to the pump you are supplying some work. Yes, work done on the pump, WP. So WT value will be more than WP. So difference between these two is higher. So net work done will be more. Understood? So these are the simple components working of it. And in the gas power cycles, so what are the components? First, we need a compressor. And the high pressure air from the compressor will be supplied to the combustion chamber, and here we will get the turbine. What type of turbine it is? Gas turbine, so it is GT. Here it was steam turbine, that is ST, steam turbine. Here it is gas turbine. This gas turbine is coupled to the generator for generating electricity, and the excess or the remaining gas which is coming from the turbine after expansion will sends to heat exchanger, and air or the gases will send to the compressor again. So this is working of gas power cycles. Here also the work done by the gas turbine is a WT. Work done on the compressor, if you are both shafts mounted on the same shaft, then work will be supplied to the compressor. Here some part of, for example, here 60% work is done on the turbine, 20% of work is supplied to the compressor. The net work done between these two, again it is high. The net work done is more, so it is direct heat engine. That is the reason we have written here work done or net work done by the cycle is more. Okay, but in the refrigeration and air conditioning systems, so we will be having the same components what you have taken here. So instead of using the turbine, I will use the word expander, that is expansion device. Okay, so expansion device will be there, and compressor will be there. Understood? And here it is evaporator will be there. So instead of calling combustion chamber, we will call it as evaporator. In the combustion chamber only heat is added, that is QS, and in the heat exchanger heat is rejected. So in the boiler heat is added from outside to the boiler or to the cycle, and condenser heat is rejected. So here in the refrigeration and in the air conditioning systems, evaporator will be there, compressor will be there, and here so one type of heat exchanger will be there, and here it is some expansion device. Okay, it is not turbine. If you use turbine produces some work, mechanical work. Here there is no device which produces mechanical work here. So expansion device, it may be solenoid valve or capillary tube, or any expansion device. So the gases which is coming from the expansion device, here it is evaporator. Don't become confused with these two words. It is also E and it is also E. Here it is expansion device, expander. Some books will use the word expander. So now you observe the direction. Here it is reverse, it is anti-clockwise. Okay, that is the reason it is called indirect or reversed Brayton cycle. It is also called, if you observe these two, almost components are same. Okay, because gas turbine expansion takes place, instead of using the word gas turbine I have taken expander. Here compressor is there, here also I have taken the compressor. Exchanger is there, heat exchanger they have used. So combustion chamber heat is added, in the evaporator only the heat will be added to the cycle. Understood? So this is reversed Brayton cycle. This is direct Brayton cycle. Here the word you can see Brayton cycle, and it is direct Brayton cycle is gas power cycle, and here it is indirect or reversed. The direction is reverse. The reversed Brayton cycle, it is also called reversed Brayton cycle. Reversed Brayton cycle. Okay, reversed Brayton cycle is same as Bell-Coleman cycle, is same as indirect heat engine, and there are two types of refrigerations. One is air refrigeration and here it is vapor refrigeration. If your air refrigeration is there, the phase does not change throughout the cycle. The working fluid condition or phase remains same. Here if you use the vapor refrigeration cycle, then there is a changes of phase. And coming back to the gas power cycle, here again the condition of the working fluid is same. Here it will be air, here it will be air, and everywhere air or gas, both are same. But here in the vapor power cycle, phase of the working fluid changes. Here it is liquid, in the pump supplied the liquid, and here it is steam. There is a change of phase, and steam will become again some amount of water here, condensed steam will be condensed to water, that is liquid. So there is a change of phase from liquid to steam, steam to water. But here the working fluid does not change phase, okay, and here it will change, depends upon the type of cycle what you used. Okay, thank you. So this vapor power cycle is called a direct heat engine. The reason is, so this cycle operates between high temperature source to low temperature. Here heat is added from high temperature source. Understood? Heat is supplied from high temperature source and heat rejected to low temperature source, that is sink. Understood? So if you want, I will draw one small diagram here why it is called direct heat engine. So it in vapor power cycle, this is an engine which absorb heat from high temperature source or reservoir, and rejects heat to low temperature source, that is sink. And during heat exchange between these two, will get mechanical work, that is net work done is omega Wt. But in the gas power cycle is also same. The gas power cycle absorb heat from high temperature source, that is high temperature reservoir or source, HTS, and heat is rejected to low temperature source, that is sink. So that is this is called direct heat engine. Why it is direct heat engine is, the engine is operating between high temperature source to low temperature, and condition is heat is supplied from high temperature source and heat is rejected to low temperature source. But in the refrigeration and in the air conditioning or in the Bell-Coleman cycle, so instead of supplying heat from high temperature, will absorb this cycle absorb heat from low temperature source and reject heat to high temperature source. It is reverse compared to these two cycles. This cycle is reverse, exactly opposite. That is called, it is indirect heat engine or reversed heat engine. Are you able to understand? So this cycle absorb heat from low temperature source, that is sink, and after completion of the cycle, the heat is rejected to high temperature source, high temperature, that is source. Okay, so but in these two cycles, the heat is supplied from high temperature source and heat is rejected to low temperature, that is sink. Okay, that is called, these two are direct heat engine. So gas power cycles absorb, this is a engine, gas power cycle engine, absorb heat from high temperature source and reject heat to low temperature, that is sink. So during which you will get some mechanical work, omega T. Understood? So this is the difference between the three cycles. So thank you so much for watching this small video. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.